introduce you?
Yeah.
Go on.
Welcome back to Cyfarthfa Craft Characters.
Craft along.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Cyfarthfa Craft Along video. And yeah, today we're doing a very special one. And I'm here. My name is Christopher Parry and I work at Cyfarthfa Castle. There you go. This is.
I'm Megan Parry.
Yeah, she doesn't work at the castle, so she's doing this as a volunteer.
I do technically.
Do you? Well.
I work with you.
Fair enough. How about you?
My name is Betsan Eve Parry and I am my daddy.
Hey, I love you too. Great. So, I thought it'd be good to do a bit of cube craft, and there's loads of fun cube craft things to do online. There's loads of different characters out there, but what I thought would be fun and hopefully slightly educational, is to create some cube craft characters that are inspired by Cyfarthfa and its history. This can be downloaded from cyfarthfa.com, and we've got a downloadable resources tab. So if you go to cyfarthfa.com, click on the downloadable resources tab, you'll find a link to the template with this activity on. You do need to print this, because it is quite the complex little template. It looks way more complex than it is, to be fair though. But you do need to print it. But thankfully, Cyfarthfa Castle Museum and Art Gallery is back open currently. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Thank you. We're open from Monday to Sunday, every day of the week, 11 until 4. And you can pop in and collect one of these off the front desks. Obviously, if you're local to Merthyr, if you're travelling, you can pick one up. So we've got 3 cube craft crew. So we've got.
Oh my, the only one who can say this.
Yeah, you are. So we've got 3 cube craft characters inspired by our history, and we'll go over those quite quick. I am doing Richard Crochet. And Richard Crochet was the first crochet iron master in Merthyr, and he actually extended the works and made it the biggest in the world and all that stuff. Megan is Blodwen Harris, and you are a dump girl. Yeah. She is a tip girl. Now, tip girls were often seen around Merthyr. They were women workers, and because women were prevented doing a lot of different jobs, they often got the worst jobs. And this job was emptying the waste from furnaces and all other parts around the sites of the ironworks, and dumping her on large tips, which is where they got their name, tip girl. They also wore a flat hat, a flat straw hat, so they could carry things on their head. Girl and Betsan is doing Williams, our puddler. So our very skilled iron worker, and a puddler would be refining iron and mixing around a puddle of molten iron and then stirring it into a big bowl before it gets hammered into other iron product. First things first, we only need 3 things really for this. Colours, any colours you like really, glue and a scissors. That's it. A few of these cuts, a few of these bits are difficult to cut for younger kids and people not too confident with scissors. So this is definitely a family craft activity. So if you're a child and you're watching this on your own, go and get a grown up in it. And do it together. That's the idea. Family in a bit.
Family at a time. You need a bunch of pens.
So you need a bunch of pens, glue stick, scissors and the template, and then you pick which one you want and get colouring to start off with. Now there is advice on what colours they would have been wearing on the template, but it's up to you if you want to do it, because you can make your own. Yeah. So we will get colouring hours and we will be back with you when we finish colouring in.
So now we are back and we have cut out our little objects.
Yes.
And coloured them in.
Exactly. Yeah, so if you're still colouring, by the magic of editing, we are not colouring in anymore, obviously. So if you are still colouring, then continue colouring and pause the video. But what we've done is we've coloured all the bits that needed colouring in, and then we've cut them out. Now the cutting can be a little hard in places. The arms in particular are quite hard to cut out. So that's why it's really important that people not confident with scissors and younger kids have the help they need doing this craft, okay? Particularly adults, you will be definitely doing most of the arms because they are quite difficult. Everything else is squared and straightforward enough but they still might need some help. So yeah, there's a couple of extra cuts that you've got to think about as well. The arms, for instance, you have an extra cut just on one of the sides there, and the reason for that will become clear in a moment. There's also a few areas that you've got to cut where there's lines, there's stars with lines next to them, and you've got to cut them because we're going to be slotting our character's body parts into those slots. So we're going to be gluing in places but slotting in others, so be sure to cut those out as well. The easiest way to do that is just to fold the card over lightly and snip it just so the lines are cut, and that's simple as that really. So now we're going to crack on with folding and gluing. Now we're going to start with the head bit, and the idea is to all the lines and all the flaps you fold in ways, okay? So you start with the bottom, line it up and fold it down, and then come in from the sides. That's it. Now when all those folds are in place, fold your glue tabs inward as well so they are ready for you to glue. So you want something essentially looking like that. So all the tabs are folded inward. And then, obviously, the place where it says glue, okay, your glue stick. So you glue all the flaps on the place where it says glue. And then when you've got all your flaps glued, you just simply bring the sides in and start pushing the glue on to the various pieces. Okay, so then you fold the body inwards, and again you're folding along all the lines, just folding everything inwards. So you should have something that looks like that by the end of the folding bit. I'll just have a double check of that bit. And then glue on the glue flaps. And then, if you cut your lines in your head and your other body parts right, then the two lines sticking out here should connect up quite nicely to your body. So your body will slot in kind of like that.
My one is
You got it on to dry with the glue a little bit. And Meg, you can glue yours, follow me along, alright? Then the feet, you fold the feet around to make a little box. That's it, and then glue the flap and glue the feet together.
How do I?
Now this last bit, the arms, I would highly recommend the adults doing this bit because it is a bit fiddly to glue it and put it in as well, because the folds are quite small. So honestly, if you're a grown up, you shouldn't struggle doing this bit much. But again, you fold all the sides inward, but I'm going to be doing these guys quick. So I'll be back with you now in a second to show you what it looks like as well, okay? So when you get to the end of the channel with the arms will look a bit like that. So you'll have two bits coming out, they'll slot into the body. And when you cut them out and folded them, it'll fold basically like that. And then you glue them together so they look like that. And then you slot them into the side, which I'll do for bets now in case because it is... Okay. Let's get. What have you done to this poor girl's body? I tell you what.
Actually, Richard got. Actually, you got the broken arms and legs. I don't even have arms and legs. So how can I possibly break them? I'm still taller than you though. Oh, you're just. No. Hello, Richard Crochet. Right, you're way taller than me. Wow, you're way taller than me.
So, as the shrewd-eyed amongst you guys out there could probably tell, we got wet hair and wet clothes now because the battery ran out on my camera, and we decided to go and walk a dog and got caught in the rain, and now we've come back to finish it. We're all wet, but what are you going to do with it? Yeah. It is what it is. So we finished our cube craft, and so mine, little Richard Crochet, is there.
My Frankenstein iron puddle.
Yeah, William Williams, the puddler, Betsy's puddler, and
Blodwyn
Harris.
Who's got a very delicate head.
Oh, we've all got delicate heads.
No, but she is full on.
Yeah?
I got delicate legs because my one was chopped off by somebody.
Now,
Giant.
as you could probably tell by watching the video, and these guys found out, there are a couple of little bits of this that do need adult help, so definitely do it together as a team, okay?
I'm not willing.
These guys wouldn't have been able to do it without me, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them, so do it as a team, and that's what it's there for, okay?
Teamwork.
Exactly.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly.
Teamwork.
Remember, you can download the template from Cyfarthfa.com under the downloadable content tab. And your head come off. And certainly share the video as much as possible and get it out there, and hopefully you enjoy doing it.
She wants to say something quick. And subscribe. And make sure you can fix his Frankenstein head. It's very ugly.
Get to work!
Okay, we'll get to work.
Get to work!
Hopefully by so
And
many likes
remember,
and
you can pick up the template, print it out ready from you from Cyfarthfa Castle Museum and Art Gallery between 11 and 4, Monday to Sunday, starting as soon as you see this video. Bye-bye! 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 Bye-bye!
Now get to work!
Okay!